Hey friends, my name is Bilal Khan and today I am going to add the profile information into the database. So as you can see that I am currently present in the add profile.go file. So first of all I need to change the name of this add profile.go file and create a new file by the name of add.go. So the profile will not be included in it. So basically I want to make it simple. So first of all what I need to do is to write cobra add and the file name would be add. Alright, and now you can see that the add.go file is appeared here, so I need to move this profile into the profile directory, and after moving it what I need to do is to copy the data from add profile.go file and paste it here. Alright, once it is pasted I don't need to write the profile with it, so I will just remove it, and similarly I will remove it from here also. So let's remove them. Alright, so now they are done. So once they are done, what I will do, I will delete this add profile.go file from here. Alright, so let's delete this, and once it is deleted, so let's clear this. What I need to do is to add this information that I have shown you in the previous video that was printing here. So I will add it into the database. So there is some error that is giving me. Alright, so I need to remove this profile from here also. Alright, so I need to add this data that I will give, and it will be added into the database. So first of all I need to go to the db.sql file, and inside this file I will copy this query. Once it is copied I will paste it here and just remove the email address and the the created add query, because I need just 4 queries. So the first query would be the titles, and the second would be like phones, and the third would be locations. Alright, so and the fourth would be working statuses. Alright, so now let's remove this tiny net and write varchar 255. So let's remove this comma from here also. So these are the things that will be added into the database. So let's give a table name profiles, and once it is done what I need to do is to go to the insert.go file, and I need to copy this function and use it again with some modification. So let's paste it here. Instead of writing insert sign up data, I will write insert profile data, and write the same things like titles, and after that once it is written titles, phones, full names, I will write locations, and the account names will be written like will be changed from the working statuses. Alright, so these are the things that will be written here, and after that let's remove this question marks also. 2 question marks are removed, and change the table name from sign up to profiles, and this will be the created table. So the created table will be 1, not 0, because this is a 0, this is the table number 0, this is the table number 1. Alright, so the index will start from the 0 and this will be the 1. So this is the thing that you need to keep in mind, and after that what you need to do is to put some conditions here. So let's remove this also, because I just need 4 queries to be printed into the database. So what I need to do is remove this also, and the condition would be like this. Basically, let's say if you insert this title, alright, and you didn't insert these things, alright, so only the title will be printed or only the title will be inserted into the database, and all these things will not be inserted. Alright, similarly if you, let's say, wrote this phone titles, locations and working statuses, but you didn't write the phone number, so that phone number will not be included in it, and all these working statuses, locations and titles will be inserted into the database. So if you didn't write any one of these things, any one of these queries, then only that query will not be inserted into the database. Instead it will give the value nil or empty. Otherwise all the values will be included except this phone number or location or working status that you will not include. So I will put the condition here, and the condition would be like this. First of all let's write remove this one and write, let's say, if this first one, alright, so if the value 1 or the value 0, so the index is starting from 0, so this will be considered as 0. So if the value 0 or the title is equal to 0, it means it is nil. So what I will do, I will insert the data empty data. Alright, so I will not insert the data, instead these 3 values will be inserted. All right, similarly let's put this condition here. All right, so let's write it like this. First value is not inserted, so I will not insert it. Second value is not inserted, so I will put this first value and not insert the second value because it is not inserted, so I will leave as it is. All right, so I will, after that, if the second condition or the second value or the third value, the title is not inserted, so I will not insert it. The phone is not inserted, I am not given, so I will not insert it. So similarly, if the location is not given, all right, so the location is value 2, so if it is not given, then I will write it like this. First of all, like value 1 should be included, value 2 should be included, value 3, this is the location, this should be remained as nil. All right, similarly, if the working status or the what you can say, this is the value 3, if that value is not written in the command line, then that value should not be inserted into the database. So I will write, first of all, remove this and write it like this. All right, so that if the last value or the working status is not written, so I will not include it. All right, so similarly, if the second value is not written, so I will not include this. All right, this is second. If the first value is not included, and then I will not insert this in the database. Similarly, if the 0 or the first value or the title is not inserted, then not given, then I will not insert it. All right, so these are the conditions that I have put. After that, let's say if let's say that all the conditions are not given, then I will not insert any one of the conditions. All right, so let's write if and ampersand sign, this sign again, this again. All right, so if none of them are included or none of them are written, so what I will do, I will insert none of them. All right, so let's write like this, and 3. So let's remove this because I don't need them, so let's like this. Alright, so this is how it will work. And let's say if all of the conditions or all of the values are given, so what I will do, I will simply copy this and paste it here. If all of the conditions are given, so what I will do, I will write like this. If this length of this value is not equal to 0, it means it is not null. So what I will do, I will insert all of the conditions, so all of the values. So let's write like this. Alright, so similarly, I will put it like value 0, value 1, value 2, value 3. Alright, so this is how it will work. So these are some of the conditions that I have written it here. After that, let's write go install. But before executing this, I need to put the data that I will write it here. So I need to put the data inside the database. So let me just write it for you like profile data. So this is a variable name, and this variable will be equal to MySQL insert sign up data. All right, so the sign up, not the sign up data, but the profile data. All right, so inside this profile data, what I will write, first of all, like say variable profile data, and that will be equal to 4 strings. All right, 4 string array, and inside this I will write profile or profile title. So I'm missing something maybe. Alright, so I need to write, let's say like this. Just remove it and write it like this. Alright, profile title, profile phone number, profile location, and the profile working status. So these are the 4 things that will be included into the database. So I have made it equal to just 1 variable, and this variable will be equal to 4 variable strings. So let's write 4 array string. So let's write it profile data here. All right, so don't need to make it equal to profile data. So this is how it will work. Let's save this also, and save it. So there is one thing that I need to show you, and that is, let's say go to the status of go file, and inside this file, as you can see, that this is the code that I have written in this file. And what this code does, basically this code will make sure that the user is logged in or not. So if the user is logged in, then a user can add the profile details into his account. If the user is not logged in, then it will not allow that user to add the data. So I need to put this condition also so that it will work properly. So let's write this and give the else statement also. So let's first of all save this, give the else statement, like first of all you need to log in. If let's say the user is not logged in, then it will give the message that you need to, you first log in to add the profile information. All right. So this is an important point that you need to keep in mind, that a user cannot add the profile information until he is logged in. So let's go install. After that, proctl add, and after that let's go to the MySQL database, and as you can see that there are some kind of data that is present here. So I will write drop table profile. So this is the table name. Let's remove this and let's clear it here. After that, let's write profile data would be like let's say, first of all check the status whether it is logged in or not. So the Vans is logged in, so this is the user that is logged in. So after that, let's proctl add, and the title is, let's say, hello world, and the phone number is, let's say, 1122, and the location is, let's say, Pakistan, and the working status is, well, let's say, what you can say, remote. All right. So this is going to be working fine. So let's press enter on this. As you can see that this is the data that is inserted here. So let's say if I remove some kind of data, so I will remove the working status. So let's remove this. After that, if I press enter on this and show you, as you can see that the remote is not present except these things. All right. Similarly, let's say if I write the remote, but after that, let's say if I change this phone number and keep it not included. All right. So if I press enter on this, what you will see, this is the phone number that is not present, and remote in Pakistan hello world is present here. All right. So these are the if conditions that I have given it here. So let's say if I press like hello world and not include this. So sorry about the mistake. So basically I have tackled it, and the problem was that first of all I need to change this if statement to else if, like this. Similarly, like write this here, else if, and after that let's write the else if here. Once it is done, after write let's this else if. All right. So basically this was the issue that it was giving me, so I need to remove this. All right. And once it is removed, I need to put it at the above. All right. So let's write like this, and instead of writing insert execution, I will remove this and remove this for error message also, and instead of it I will write fmt print line errors new, and so please enter the information, enter the profile information. All right. So this was the problem. So basically I need to put this at the above level, and these messages should be put at the below level. So these are the things that you need to keep in mind. So let's save this, and after that let's go install, and once this is done, let's go to the this one, because I have done it previously. So now let's delete this profile and profile drop table profile, so I don't need it this time. Once it is deleted, what I will do, I will write proctl, let's say add. All right. So if I press enter on this, you will see that enter the profile information. So enter the profile information first, like this. All right. So if I press enter on this again, let's press go install. After that, enter the profile information first. So I need to add the profile information, like add title. So the title would be, let's say, hello, but let's say this time I keep the title empty. So I will remove I will write p11223, and after that let's write location. It would be Pakistan, and what you can say working status for would be office. Alright, so now this is done. After that, let's go to the SQL. Now you can see that it is still giving me an issue. I don't know why. So although it should remove this. Alright, so let's do this, like let's remove this also because I don't need it. Let's write else message only. Alright, let's drop this, and after that let's clear this, go install again, press enter on this. Now if I take a look at it, now it is done. Alright, so it is not giving me an error because I removed the condition from here and I just wrote the else statement here. And similarly, if I type proctl add, it will say that enter the profile information first. So that was the problem for me here. So I am happy that I tackled this problem in this video. So, and I showed you this problem also to you. So now what I need to do is to write git status because I need to add it. So git status, these are the things that should be added into the git. So I will write git add and then a comma, colon, and then git commit m profile data is inserted in the DB. Alright, so now that's done. Git status, nothing, tree is clean. Git push origin master. Alright, so that's done. Let's refresh this. Currently it is 15 commits, so I will refresh this, and now there are 16 commits. So let's take a look at them. What you can say, this was the profile file that I made changes in it, add.go, and inside this you can see that I made changes in these things. Alright, so similarly if I take a look at the database, and let's go back, this is the database, and inside this MySQL, MySQL insert, and these are the things that I have added in this video. Alright, so I hope you understood and liked this video. So if you liked it, then make sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, then ask those questions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer all of them. So till then, goodbye.